Greetings, Commanders, Cerebrits, and Executors, and welcome to Playing Better Starcraft. This is going to be a video series targeted at people who know little or nothing about Starcraft, who have very little experience with playing Starcraft, and I am going to be trying to teach you a lot of things that will be useful to help you play Starcraft better. Today is just the introduction video. I'm going to explain the overall structure that the Playing Better Starcraft series is going to take, and then we're going to talk about your keyboard and mouse. So Playing Better Starcraft is going to be divided into three main sub-series. The first one I'm calling Introduction to Starcraft. In this series, we'll go through some very simple introductory information. We'll start assuming you know nothing about how to play Starcraft and get you up to the ability to interact with the game and do some basic gameplay. The second sub-series is called Details of Starcraft. We're going to go in depth on everything that's in the game, every unit, every building, every mechanic, every tool that the game provides you to work with, and what all your options are, how Starcraft works as a game. And the last sub-series is called Improving at Starcraft. Having already discussed how Starcraft works, what is in Starcraft in detail, we'll talk about how you can use all the tools the game provides you, how best to exploit the mechanics of Starcraft, and some of the philosophies, the concepts, the ways of thinking that will help you do well at Starcraft. For the rest of today's video, we're just going to be talking about your keyboard and mouse. These are your most important tools in playing Starcraft. They are the way that you interact with the game. And particularly for playing Starcraft, this is Starcraft 1 or Starcraft Brood War that we're playing. So all the tools you're going to need on the keyboard and mouse are highlighted in white here. You're going to need your left mouse button, your right mouse button. You'll need all the letter keys on the keyboard, A to Z. You'll need the number keys on the keyboard, the arrow keys on the keyboard, Control, Shift, and the function keys. That's the function 1 through function 12 keys, but in particular, for playing StarCraft, F2, F3, F4, and F10 are going to be really important. Those keys are the important ones for playing StarCraft. There's a few others that will come up, but are much less significant. So these other keys that you may also need occasionally, but not very often, are the Escape key, Enter, Tab, and Space. And that's pretty much everything you're going to need on your keyboard and mouse to play StarCraft. We won't be jumping right in with all the different buttons that exist in the game. We'll be starting very slow. But if there's one thing you really need to be comfortable with, one distinction that you really need to have clear in your head, it is the difference between the left and the right mouse button. Because left mouse click and right mouse button click do very different things in StarCraft. So, in case you're not quite comfortable with left and right mouse button, this one, the one that's highlighted in red, is the left mouse button, and the one that's highlighted in red now is the right mouse button. You need to know that distinction. In these videos, I am generally going to be specifying left mouse button or right mouse button, left click or right click, when it's important which one you use. But if I happen to not say left click or right click, if I just say click, I almost certainly just mean left click. But it does matter which of those you're doing in almost every situation. So you need to be aware of which mouse button you are clicking. And that is all for the introduction to Playing Better StarCraft. I'll see you in the first video of the first sub-series, Introduction to StarCraft.